welcome to Friday Night Fights. It's Zeleny.
I'm Wendy.
And we have a special guest host today,
Allie.
As always, the show is not intended for children under the age of 18 unless you allow them to listen to whatever we talk about tonight, which could be adult content.
Alcohol, drugs, you name it. We talk about it.
Yes. We're not sponsored at all by anybody, by all means. Everything that we do is strictly paid for by us. So we have no sponsorship.
And we don't own any copyrights to any of the music you may hear throughout the show.
Yep. All right. As always, we are going to take a shot. And we are taking a shot tonight of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire. But we have a bold drinker with us who will be taking a shot of
Tennessee.
Remember to let us know what you're taking a shot of.
All right. Cheers. Cheers.
Woo. That one?
Nope, that's not it either.
So you don't like it? It's so strong.
No.
It's very, very cinnamony. I thought Fireball was cinnamony. That one's like burns your belly.
You like Fireball?
No, I like it mixed with
Rum chata. I like it in apple cider.
Because if you mix it, it makes a cinnamon toast crunch, and I like that. But that's straight.
I've had rum chata mixed with other stuff, and I don't mind it by itself. I'm not rum chata. Fireball, but by itself, it reminds me too much of like the big red gum.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if your breath stinks, you may want to take that. It'll take it away. I'm just saying, like,
if all that, why not do like the peppermint schnapps or the peppermint vodka?
You could do that too, but I'm just saying, if you go to the club and you're like, oh damn, my breath stinks, you could just take a shot of that and you'll be good. So
I do not suggest you try it, but if you do, let us know how it works out.
Well, no,
I'm not smelling your breath. That's all I'm putting out there.
Well, if you're at a club and they're like this close, you're like, ooh, maybe you should take a shot of something.
Popping out like, you want some gum?
And I'm gonna do that from now on. Maybe, do you want a shot Tennessee Fire? Because you need it. No, anyway. All right. So our mixologist is gonna be mixing tonight's drinks. As you know, we did fulfill what we were gonna say. I mean, no, not what we were gonna say.
We posted, but we were gonna drink in advance. We always say we're going to, and
we never.
We suck. Yeah.
So what are you doing today?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do Tennessee honey with lemonade. So honey lemonade, basically.
Alcohol. Oh. Yeah. I was like, did we hit the cups?
Or less.
It might be like half and half. You might need half and half.
I mean, normally I mix this shit with other shit too, but we ain't trying to get drunk tonight. That's like for party bus. That's what I do on the party bus. I mix like 3 alcohols in this bitch and then bring it.
I'm like, who said we're not getting drunk tonight?
Oh, so then I lied. Maybe we should have gotten peach tea too while we were at it.
We could have gotten that one and mixed it.
Peach tea.
Oh.
Isn't it such a pretty color?
It is nice gold.
Reminds me of spring.
Reminds me of money.
Okay. Like gold coins?
Like gold coins.
Okay.
And it reminds me of being on the beach.
Oh, yeah. What we're definitely not on the beach. We're far from it. Just remember, our viewers need to hear you, so you need to speak up. That's why I'm really loud. People be like, why is she so loud? I'm like, because y'all need to hear me.
Because I got shit to say, and it's important sometimes.
When did you stay without ice? You're always without ice. All right. So we had 3 topics. The first topic was?
Hard life lessons.
Okay. That's a good one. I feel like I think by the time you become an adult, you've gone through so many hard life lessons that there's so many you can't count.
Lots.
That's true.
What's one that you've gone through?
Girl, I have many.
Which one
and I'm
resonates
trying
with you
to
the
think.
most?
Well, overcoming insecurities. Like, throughout my whole entire life, I've been kind of insecure about myself and not really liking myself, loving myself. And then all of a sudden, boom, I love myself. I'm obsessed with myself.
Good, you should be,
Yes.
as you should.
So therefore, overcoming all of that because of the criticism and, you know, my childhood, school, boys, all that kind of stuff, you know, it was very depressing for me at the time. But then as I got older and I started dating and I started feeling like, oh, you know, I'm important, I'm liked, then it went over. And I think that was my hardest, because that's kind of like, you know, when depression gets involved, people hurt themselves, people don't feel great about themselves. And, you know, once that you overcome that, it's like the biggest blessing. And I'm thankful that I don't have that to deal with anymore.
That is a really good one, actually.
It is.
How about you,
Listen to
Wendy?
this.
You can drink away.
Yeah.
And we make more. We can drink and talk.
If we finish, we make more. That's it.
Very different.
It
I
is.
like it.
It is. It's not too. You could taste the honey, but then the lemonade kind of calms it down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I could sip this
Yes.
and get drunk off of it. And
Let me off this cup.
All right. Oh gosh, that's so hard.
What's one that resonates with you? A hard life lesson. Guys, send us your hard life lessons. We want to know something that has really resonated with you, something has really stuck with you, or something that you've overcome. We want to know. We want to talk about it.
That you're not gonna get yourself from any, like, the energy you put out there is not always gonna be reciprocated. So you have to be careful of the energy you put out.
That's a really good. I feel like I still deal with that one too much, because I'm the type of person I give, and even if I don't get it back, I still give. I'm learning to stop that.
Because it's draining. No one talks about how draining it is. Not that mentally, emotionally, it just drains you to constantly give, because you need to pour back into yourself. But if you're giving it away, where are you gonna find the time to pour back into yourself? And that's been one of the tougher ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I
hardest.
agree with her on that.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
It is when you don't know when to stop. It's like, let me try one more time, or let me try one more time, or let me keep trying.
Yeah.
And when you give, you ain't getting shit back.
Exactly.
And then that's when you start becoming a cold-hearted bitch.
You become
Because-
resentful,
and then-
too.
Yeah, you start
And then you're
like,
the wrong one. You're the wrong one for it.
You start like getting all the negative feedback. Oh, you're being cold. No, you're doing too much. Because actually, I used to be that type of gullible person, being like friendly with everybody and like always looking out for people and always having the best interests of everyone. And then finally, when it wasn't given back to me, I stepped back and I didn't care. So call me a cold-hearted bitch.
It is what it is.
They always notice the change when it doesn't benefit them. Because while you're giving and
Yeah.
giving, they're like, oh, it's fine. But then the moment you stop or you start pulling back, what's wrong? You've changed. You're not the same anymore. Yeah, I'm fucking tired. What the hell? You think I was like, I don't got this forever.
Mm-mm.
It gets draining
It
after
does.
a while. It definitely does.
But it's partly our fault. Because if you look back, and it sounds
You
horrible.
allowed it.
Yeah, we set the standard.
Yep.
Because we're the one who gave. No one asked of it. No one forced us to do it. We did it because we wanted to. That's how big our heart was.
Yeah.
But eventually, now you just gotta stop from the beginning. Like, nope, I don't do that shit no more.
But then you do that, and they're like, "Oh wow,
I'm like,
she's
this
the
is
one
all
that
you get.
changed."
This is all you get.
Yeah.
You get shit.
I think
And then you
my
still have that sensitive part sometimes where te da pena por la gente. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but
no.
then that's it.
yeah no
Pena en el hermano de jódete.
yeah.
I find that, honestly, COVID just brought out, like, made me realize I love the solitude. Now I'm like, do I really need friends? Do I need you in my life? I don't know.
Don't get me wrong. You still need your friends. You
I
still need
know.
your friends. You need the right friends around
Yes.
you
Yes.
in order to get past that hard life lesson.
So
Heck yeah.
I always talk hella shit. 'Cause I'm like, I need new friends. I need more friends. I need to
Shut
meet people.
up.
I always do. And then it's time to go outside and meet people. I'm like, ooh, what the fuck you doing? Get away.
You don't want to meet nobody.
I don't. I'm talking hella shit. Don't believe me. If I say I need new friends, don't believe me.
You don't.
We
You
can be
may-
acquaintances from afar.
You may want new friends, but you don't actually want friends. There's a difference. She likes to say she wants friends. No, I'm out there. I want to make friends. And then when they come
I'm
in, like,
actually
yeah.
okay being by myself. I've had my share of trials and tribulations with females, and I'm good. I want no friends.
And
I have acquaintances, you know what I mean? And I have people that I know that are good to me and I'm good to them, but for me to call somebody a best friend, never. I don't even know.
I could count like the number of people I would call a friend, like maybe 10, honestly. And then everyone else I would be like an acquaintance.
Yeah.
I don't mind meeting new people, depending on where our interest lies. But I find, again, with females, I'm always really hesitant with meeting new females because there's just so much animosity. It sucks, but that's how we seem to be built or whatever. And then with guys, I'm just like, you really trying to be my friend or you trying to get on my pants? Like, which one is it? Like, let me go.
But okay, yeah.
So with guys, I'm just like, nope. You like what? I like that too, but nope.
And that's bad because sometimes they can't. Maybe it's just I'm gullible or whatever the case is, but maybe
I used to be extra gullible.
Maybe they just want to be your friend. They don't want to get in your
I thought that all the time. So people were like, no, they got feelings for you. And I'm like, no. And then down the line, they're like, so we should go out and... Oh, fuck. And then it becomes weird because you're like, I don't want to date you. And then they're just like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers to that.
Another hard life lesson.
What about yours?
Oh, mine?
Yeah, you didn't say what yours was.
Yeah.
Mine is knowing when to let go.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I hold on and I hold on and I hold on and I hold on. And I'm the type of like, I need to learn when to let go.
Let go as in like,
In
dilemma, all aspects?
All aspects. No, because if in a dilemma, I will take that shit to the end. And I won't let it go. I'm that type of person. I don't know what you want me to say. In a relationship, I'm that type of person too. I'll work and work and work on it. And I know it's not going anywhere. And I'll still...
Yeah.
I don't know how to let go.
That's another tough one.
That is.
Or seeking closure.
I don't care for closure.
Really?
No.
I used to be like, I want to know why.
I don't.
Not that I'm looking to fix it, but just let me know like why. But now I'm just like...
I don't care for closure. If there's something that I have to close a book on, it's a done deal. There's no reason for us to talk. I don't need to know why. You don't need to know why. And that's a lot of people tell me like, oh, when we're having an issue, why can't you just talk to me? Because I don't care to close it with you. It is what it is. If you pissed me off or you did something that I didn't like, it is what I'm done.
And you know what's crazy? That I've gone through that experience too, where, you know, when you're tired of explaining yourself about a situation, or, you know, when you want to do just a done deal with that person, you know what I mean? It is hard to do a closure. Do you know what I mean? Like, I honestly, at this point, if I had the mentality that I have now back then, I would have, you know, saved myself from a lot of emotional wreckage from friendships and relationships. You know what I mean? But closure, I'm the type of girl that at this point, like, if I don't like a person, I like everybody, but
I don't.
Sometimes, because I try to give the person the benefit of the doubt.
Nope.
Okay.
You get the worst idea from me.
But guess what? That's bad on my part. That's my toxic trait, like you did last time. That is my toxic trait.
Yeah, no.
Because I like to, you know, do that kind of stuff, and now I'm starting to realize that I can't really be doing that. Like, I just have to.
That's what you learn as you grow up. When you're in your like late 20s, your 30s, you want to be friends with everybody. You want to get along with everybody. As you start passing the age of 35, you start to realize, nah, I get to pick and choose who is in my life.
And who's worth the time.
Yeah.
Time. That's the one thing we don't got much of, so not everybody's getting it.
Yeah, definitely not. Another life lesson, the hardest life lesson that I've learned, or I have like became aware of, is that everybody doesn't have to like me, and I don't have to like everybody.
Yeah.
It's a done deal. It doesn't mean I hate you or I want to fight you, or anything like that. It just means we can say hello and goodbye, and we don't have to be friends.
Yeah.
And just because we're not friends doesn't mean I wish you.
You can still be civil from a distance. You can still be civil up close. You don't have to be like, you don't have to include anybody in your plans or whatever. Like, not everyone's required your time.
Yeah. What's another hard life lesson?
Another hard life lesson. I don't know, you know, me, I've had a lot of hard life lessons, but here's one. Being a single mother, you know, going from a long-term relationship and then taking care of your kids by yourself, and then like that is hard.
It is hard.
A single mother life is very, very hard. I did it for 4 years before I met my husband, and thankfully, you know, the father of my kids is amazing, and we have a beautiful relationship with him and his wife, you know what I mean? But it took a long time to get there. And to be honest with you, that was like the hardest thing, because when you're dealing with hardships in life with your kids, that's like the hardest thing to overcome. Anything that has to involve your children. And to make the peace with yourself, with the family, you know what I mean? I think that's very hard when you have to make adjustments to your life, you know what I mean? And being a single mother is tough as shit, let me tell you. But thankfully, for the past 2 years, it hasn't been that bad, because, you know, the father of my kids is helping me with my kids, and he's amazing with his girlfriends, so I don't have any troubles at this point. But for 4 years, I did.
Yeah.
And that was hard. That was very, very hard.
I feel like, talking about that, I feel like a hard life lesson. What?
Hitting me hard.
Is it?
Sorry.
See, this
mixologist is good, because she is that drink. It's like, I gotta like put it down, because I'm already like, woo.
She's like, I'm thirsty. No. You know what this reminds me of? A lemon honey cough drop.
If we had lavender petals, we could have added some in there, like a lavender
That's
lemonade.
a good drink though, but it could creep on you real fast in less than what, 10 minutes?
Like I said, this is like a party bus
18.
drink.
This is not a party bus drink. Do you want to be messed up by the time you get to the place?
Do you know, like, when I bring on the party bus, I usually bring lemonade, and that usually takes 3 different liquors in that bitch, and no one's ever noticed.
Oh, wow. Well, just saying.
Well, that's good, because I want the ingredients.
Going back, a hard life lesson is listen to your parents when you had the chance to.
Oh my God, that's like the craziest though. My mom.
No, you don't think so?
I told you so.
I think.
Where you didn't listen to me.
Porque no me hiciste caso. My dad tells me it all the time, and like I'm like, he's all like, oh, porque tienes que chocar para aprender, which basically means, why do you gotta crash in order to learn? And I'm like, well, maybe that's how I learn. I remember saying it to my dad, but now I'm like, damn, why didn't I just listen to my dad?
Yeah, I was just
Mine would be listening to my intuition. If I would have listened, how many times I would have avoided some situations. But you always like, oh, it's just in my head. It's just in my head.
No, you have to go with your gut.
Yeah, but when you're younger, you don't know that.
Yeah,
you're thinking you're fucking crazy.
Because sometimes when you're young, you want to do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, you think you know it all. You don't know shit. You don't even know how to clean your own ass.
Entonces, when your mother tells you, and your mother tells you, you're going to know. When you get older and you have your own family and your kids, you're going to know what I was talking about. And I remember my mother all the time. I think about it all the time.
A person says, at my age, I learned what to do, what's best for my kids and not me. Hardest thing I've done and still do in my life. I don't agree with that.
I don't either.
I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. At the end of the day, what do you think your kids saw? Did they see you happy? No, they saw my dad or my mom miserable, unhappy, not living a life. They learn and they know when they get older.
Exactly.
I don't want them to see me settling.
No, that's settling.
You could still be a great parent even if you're not from a distance if need be, or whatever the situation is, because everyone's situation is different. But I don't want my kids seeing me settle. I want my kids to be like, damn, I was happy all the time. She was involved. She was present. Because people are like, oh, I'm there. Yeah, you could be there. But if you're not present or involved, it doesn't matter. Because I'm like, yeah, they were there, but we really didn't hang out. We didn't talk. We didn't interact. Like, there was always, they're going to be like, oh, we did this, but I associated with this tension or animosity or whatever type of feelings in the air. Because they pick up vibes. They feel.
Yeah.
And another thing too, kids have their brain is like a sponge.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so they absorb everything, and that's part of, you know, being an adult, growing up, making sure that you want to know that your children are not going to repeat the same lifestyle, and that's what you don't want to show them. You know what I mean? That's why it's very important that if you are in a bad situation, in a marriage, relationship, and the kids are watching you, you need to step away.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, those kids are the number one person for you. You know what I mean? And
I know we have a little bit of time left, but I did want to say, I get it. As parents, we want to do what's best for our kids.
Yeah.
And we don't have a book to tell us what to do. But at the end of the day, you as a parent have to make sure that you are happy in what you're doing, because them children, and yes, I said them children, yeah, I did, are going to leave. And then you're stuck with what? Yeah, they'll come and they'll visit you, but then they're going to go off and do their own life, and you're left with what? Regrets of what you didn't do. Or they're going to go live a life exactly like yours, and you're like, damn, that's the life I lived that I didn't want for them. But I sacrificed so much for them, but they ended up doing the exact same thing.
Because here's the thing too, real quick before we go. My mother was a single mother, so I observed how she raised me and my sister.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew how to be strong to raise my kids.
Right.
You know
And
what I mean?
it's a perfect example. So you saw her strong, you
and
could be
struggle
strong. Yeah.
and strong, and I know how to hold it down because of my mother.
Right. All right. I'm sorry. This topic is done. If you still want to send us some comments about this, we'll always go back. Remember, we'll always go back. We could go back and forth. We know how to multitask, some of us.
It depends on what I'm doing.
But next topic. It's dealing with in-laws
And their families.
and their families. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We all know. We all know. I do. I do have an in-law. But this is, and thankfully we have a very good relationship. We do, because I can't say that we don't. But if we were to have a bad relationship, do you think I give a shit about it? I don't.
No.
I know. At the end of the day,
no.
my thing is,
Wait, Debbie's kind of quiet.
No, I'm listening.
I'm married to this man. Not his mother, not his father, not his sister, not his brother. At the end of the day, I don't have to report to him. And I get it. A lot of people say, when you marry him, you marry the family. No, the fuck I don't.
No.
I do not. I don't. I marry
agree with
him.
you 100%.
Right. Thank you. I marry him. He could deal with his family.
Absolutely.
And then he could deal with me. And if you want to deal with me for the rest of your life, you better put your family on check. It's that plain and that simple to me.
Because a lot of in-law families want to be too involved in things que no le incumbe.
Yeah.
You understand me?
I like the way you enunciated that.
So, trust me, I speak from experience. You know what I mean? Like, I have...
She says, thank God I've had 5 in-laws and they all love and still love me. 5 in-laws.
I have my in-laws from my previous relationship. They love me. You know what I mean? I still communicate with them and have a good relationship with them. Currently, my in-laws now, they're far, and one of them is deceased, my mother-in-law, you rest in peace, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I only have my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law. But I still communicate with them because my husband is not a family-oriented person.
Okay.
So
Put him on blast.
I thought I was going to put him on blast because this was the subject, you know what I mean?
No,
so
it's
I
true.
keep contact with his family. And, I just, do the checking up and making sure that his nephew and brother is good.
Yeah.
And that's it.
See, okay, so I have been, I try not to put my personal life out there too much on the show, but it always happens.
You have to, because we're talking about experiences.
I have, thankfully we're all very cordial to each other right now. But in the past we haven't. And ask me if it has ever been it has been a problem. But we've ended that problem. But I've gone years without speaking to them because there's no reason for me to speak to them. If I have an issue with you, I don't have to speak to you. At the end of the day, I have to speak to him.
Yeah.
And he's got to leave mother and father, and he's got to now be with me because I'm his wife.
Yeah.
He ain't staying with the mother and the father no more. Your sister, your brother, because at the end of the day, who's holding you down right now is me. So you need to learn to put them apart and deal with me. And I don't have to deal with them if I don't have to. And I'm not saying that's the situation right now because I am in a very good space with, you know, my in-laws and his family. But if I wasn't, that's how I would look at it. I don't really care at that point. Whether you like it or not, or I don't like it, I don't have to.
Honestly, most of my ex's family still love me, so.
It's
Baby used to love me.
I like the way you said most.
Yeah.
Not all, most.
And I, you know,
there's always that one
No,
or
it's
two.
because I didn't meet their family.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why.
and my kids' family, I love them, and they're vice versa, and we keep it very, you know, I wouldn't say professional, but we keep it very friendly for the kids because my daughters love their cousins, and I want them to know their cousins, and I'm a very family oriented person, so I care about that stuff. So it's very important for me to, even though, you know, that was my previous relationship, those are still the family of my children.
Now that you mentioned children, how about if you have a sister-in-law or a brother-in-law and yous are butting heads? The one thing I hate, and I say I hate, they say hate is a strong word. Yeah, it is a strong word. And I'm going to use it. I hate is when you involve children into the mix.
Yeah.
The children
never be mixed.
It should never be mixed.
Never.
Like, for instance, me and my sister, we can butt heads all we want. All we want. And my sister will be here the next morning, ring my doorbell. I'm not here for you. I'm here for my nephews.
That's right.
And I'll open the door and I'll close it. I'll be like, and I'll be like, Caleb, Kazin. And, you know, because that's how I am. And even with his family, if we were beefing, if that's even a word still in our, I know for us it is a word, beefing, but
I haven't heard that since the alley years. That's a long time.
Why you had to throw that arm really long? Like, wow, Alan, please, I just graduated 3 years ago. What are you talking about? No, but if me and his sister or his brother or something like that would have a problem, I would never bring children into it. And I know a lot of people do that. Like, oh, if you don't like me, you don't like my kids. That type of thinking is so stupid. And I'm sorry, if you guys think that I am wrong, please put it in the comment. I would love to go back and forth with you on it. Not like in a, fighting type of way, but in a good discussion.
Enlightening way.
Don't you think to involve children, children is so
it
stupid?
Should never involve children because they have no fault in your toxic adult friendship.
Yeah.
Okay? Kids have nothing to do with that. If anything, you need to keep the motherfucking peace. That's it. Plain and simple.
I don't have to like you.
Yeah.
I don't have to associate with you.
No.
But if we have children, they're cousins.
Yes.
Let them develop a relationship because you take them away from it and they don't have their cousins. All they have is what? Friends? But they have family.
Yeah.
And that's just the principle that the upbringing that you want to have to your children, you know what I mean? When they grow up and they have their own kids, you want them to be like that as well.
Right. And I think as adults, you shouldn't talk stupidly in front of the kids either.
No.
Like about the other person, like
Or the other parent,
No,
or the
right.
family member.
Right.
That's why it's important to have beautiful relationship with the significant other as well.
I mean, it doesn't always happen because
No, it don't.
It doesn't.
It don't. It's like 1 out of 10 that people have great relationships.
Thank you for agreeing with me. Perfectly true what you say. Thank you. Sometimes I do say some, pretty nifty things. I think so myself. Anyway, no. Now, okay, I have a question for you.
Okay. Yes.
How about when you're in a relationship and you go and you have an argument with him and he tells his mom, his sister, and now they have a problem with you because of what he said?
First of all,
honestly,
that's
I don't
called
have that problem.
pillow talking with your family. Okay. You
All I
cannot.
was he's being a little bitch, but continue.
You cannot do that. Like, that's crazy.
So there are certain things, like the father.
Did you put more in my cup?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
she did.
Did you not notice?
No, I did not at all. I was like, I know I drank more than
I really
that.
like that.
Thank you. But like, me and him don't get along. Well, right now we're not really on talking terms. But with his family and I, we have this whole like, we don't touch base on it really. Like, you're not gonna sit there and try to excuse his shit, and I will sit here and talk shit on him.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, I will hurt your fucking feelings. And
Tell us how you really feel.
And guess what? What
but,
she's saying is
yeah, but we know, like, all right, we're here for the kids. Está bien. Put that as a boundary,
Right.
so that we can still interact. You want, go ahead. Like, there's been plenty of times, like, I've celebrated birthdays with them, without them. Like, not even my kids' birthdays, their birthdays. Like, I babysit. Like, we have good communication. We send each other memes, we text, or whatever. But we also know, like, all right, this is a touchy subject. If you don't want your feelings hurt, if you don't want to get into an argument, let's not touch it.
And I completely agree with her too. I do.
I do. And I feel like
do.
at the end of the day, it's his fault for telling his family about the problems that happen in your home.
Exactly.
The shit that happens in your home stays in your home. It doesn't go to your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your aunt, your cousin, or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, you guys make up, and then the rift is still in between your in-laws.
Exactly. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
You took it out of my tongue. Like, you never repeat to your family what is going on behind closed doors, because if you decide to stay with the dude or chick, you're gonna look stupid,
Right.
because you're gonna be in the same relationship. Then they're gonna be mad. Do you know what I mean? And then it's like,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. She said beefing. I haven't heard that since I was bailing her out of trouble in school. And that is true. But I agree with you. I totally agree. And I hate when people post shit that happens with their significant other.
Yeah.
And then 3 days later,
I'm in
they're
love.
yeah, my man.
Selfie.
Babe this,
baby,
babe
this.
that.
Oh, I can't freaking stand it. Like, yo, just, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well, unfortunately, we're in
Those are people that I unfollow because I don't want to see that on my timeline.
But now unfortunately, we live in a world where social media validates our thoughts and feelings. Like, people need to post it. We need the attention. Well, not all of us, but just we in general. Like, want that attention and want that validation. And unfortunately,
I think that anything that goes on in your marriage, relationship, family-wise, relationship, anything in your life, personal, that's dramatic, it should be off of social media, to be honest with you.
Oh. Sorry, they took our attention for a minute. Look, we're on like, for like 3.5 seconds. But, I mean, it is true. Like, I try not to... Okay, so, I know earlier we said, like, whatever. I have a best friend. I have my best friend. I trust her with my life. I share everything with her. I prefer to share something with her than I do with my family, because at the end of the day, she's looking at it from two different sides. Your family's always gonna have your back at the end of the day. At the end of the day, and I know this, what I'm about to say agitates him because I say it all the time, but at the end of the day, they're your family. They're always gonna have your back.
Oh,
Today, they're my family because I'm married to you, but tomorrow, they could be somebody else's family if you decide on leaving me for somebody else. Or if I decide on leaving you, whose back they're gonna have?
his at the end.
His. Not mine.
I completely agree with you on that.
Right.
I completely like that.
And even with your friends, but depending on what friends, you even have to watch what you say.
But
too.
like, can I just tell you something, Salani?
It has to be a good friend that you trust wholeheartedly. Not everybody you want to say your business to.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
But I say it all the time, and he's wow, you gotta say that because it's the truth. If today, it doesn't matter how much I could do for your family, I could bend over backwards. Bend over backwards. And you know the Spanish saying, el que se dobla mucho se le ve el culo. I can do that for you. What your own child don't do. But if he decides on leaving me and being with somebody else, guess who you're kicking to the curb?
Yep.
That would be me. No matter what I did, it would be me.
It's true.
Because they're gonna have his back.
It's 100%.
I could do what, and it's the same thing with my family. I could do. They may like, oh, how you doing? How you
Because
doing?
guess what? The loyalty lies with that person.
Exactly.
That's it. Plain and simple.
Exactly.
The loyalty, your family's loyalty lies with you,
me.
and the family loyalty lies with him. That's
Right.
it. Plain and simple.
And exactly. And I could be cool and calm, and I'm like, I don't want to be with him tomorrow. Tonight, I'll be like, I don't want to be with you. Tomorrow, walk in with somebody new. You think my family's gonna be like, Zuh, get out?
One might.
One might.
One might.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, because one has already.
He's a fucking traitor.
He is a traitor. He's a traitor, and you know it.
I know
He has. What you gonna call it? Me ha tirado a mí for my significant other, and I'm like, bro, I'm your sister, and he's like, yeah, but I know you're the troublemaker. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I'm glad you said it and not me. But at the end of the day,
sue me.
my family will have my lips. They may tell you something. They may be like, you know what? Maybe you should do this, or maybe you shouldn't do that. But if I'm like, yo, I'm walking in with him, he's new, welcome him to the family. My family's gonna be like, bang me, come and eat, come and eat. They're not gonna care.
No.
They're not gonna be like, Zo, get out.
No, they're not.
They're not gonna care.
Right?
They're definitely not gonna care.
I'm sorry.
That's just it.
Get
Bottom
out of
line.
here. My aunts tried to like freaking sell me at one point. They knew I had a boyfriend. They were like, you know, there's a guy that needs to get his papers. If you marry him, they'll give you money. And I was like, how much? They were like,
How much?
she was like 10 grand. I was like, oh, this
No,
10
that's
grand's not enough.
not. No,
for
that's not
that
enough. You tell him 20 and we maybe talk. And
She's
it's
like,
20 to 10 now and 10 when he comes.
I was like, nah. I was like, not spend 10 grand. And they were like, but you gotta admit, I was like, that's 10 grand.
That's nothing.
I was like,
I spent that on a dog.
I know, but it was just funny. Like, my aunts were just like, I know you got a boyfriend, doesn't matter. Yeah, so
Because
unless you want to.
You
My aunts are a
see,
little crazy.
at the end of the day, I'm sorry, in-laws, it specifically says they're in, and then there's a dash, laws. Which if you take the dash out, they're gone. It's gone. They're gone. So at the end of the day, to
I really
me,
don't know where I thought you were going with that whole thing.
I don't know where I was going with that either, but they're gone. They're no longer your in-laws. They're done. They're somebody else's. So to me, yes, you want to keep the peace with them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You want to get along.
Yeah.
But
Get along.
if they don't like you and you don't like them, you don't have to be forced to like them just because you're married to their child
yeah.
or you're with their child.
That's true.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to bend over
It has to
backwards,
be
nor does it mean
completely
you owe them
separate.
anything.
Not true. We'll be like, ven, mijo, te voy a decir algo, and then show our guns, make sure they know what they're getting into. You see? But they're still going to open him with open arms, just with something in it. You know? You see? That's how my family is. Today you with us and tomorrow you ain't.
There may or may not be bodies buried somewhere out there.
You see?
Just saying.
All right. Let's see. Let's go into our third and final topic, which
Wow, we
is
got to this topic.
yeah. You see, the time goes
Oh.
quickly.
I was like, what's the next topic?
Can good sex save a toxic relationship?
Fuck no.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm
No.
sorry.
No.
Yes. Let me tell you. Let me
Good
tell
sex
you.
will add to the toxicity.
Nah.
Good sex adds to the toxicity.
Yeah.
It does not save a relationship.
No,
it all does
not.
is continue
Tell me
having
what-
a toxic relationship.
Let me hear what you have to say about why you
Let me
think
tell you.
it's gonna
Explain.
save it. I want to hear. I want to hear.
Okay, I'm about to go
I
have some
wanna
toxic
hear.
sex.
Let
Go
me
ahead,
tell you.
continue.
Let me tell you. You can be arguing. Y'all can be fighting. Like, damn, button heads. If the sex is so good, what did Missy Elliott say?
The fuck do I know? She got
put my
so many
thing.
songs.
Wait, put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's you.
No.
Yeah. Let me tell you. If he does that, and then at the end you're laying there, you're like, damn, what were we fighting about? I can't even remember because it was so good. And
That's not
it's
saving a
gonna-
relationship.
It's gonna happen each and every time.
That's just
Each and
prolonging
every
the
time.
issue.
No, I'm telling
Unless
you.
it solves the issue, you're not saving it.
No.
You're just giving
No,
giving it fuel
because
and
if
adding
it's
to
so
it.
good, you ain't getting rid of that. You are not getting
They're
rid of
basically
that.
all you are is stigmatized, and you're not solving shit.
Well,
and you're around for the dick.
Can sex
So eso
save?
compra a bunch of
No.
toys.
I might as well stay in the toxic relationship and get good sex from
Because
it.
how is it that you can hold a relationship or a marriage just based off of sex. That to me is crazy because you gotta find a dude for more than just the sex. So it's like if they
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I just drank from your cup. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You got herpes COVID?
No.
Where is that?
I wasn't sucking dick before this. Can you give me the new cup, please? Can you pass that to him?
That's okay.
Here's my thing. Do you see? I should have had my cup here instead of over there. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it's a smaller cup, but we can refill that as many times
Yeah,
as we
well,
need to.
Okay,
and we'll
no
put it to the top.
No
Here. Says she be fighting, then it's like, come here, pal, all done. Exactly. It's
Okay,
like
that's not saving the relationship.
No,
that's
it's
just you
not
having great
saving
sex.
it.
And then
It's
tomorrow
not.
morning you wake up and you guys are
So
arguing
tell
about some
me-
other bullshit.
tell me this. So
I mean, don't get me wrong, we all enjoy great sex. But
Exactly,
it's
yeah.
a relationship.
it can.
It does not.
because
not.
because you
Unless-
have great physical chemistry.
Yeah, but
Then
Now
what
you
about the
just-
emotional?
you
What
just
about
gotta
the
work
mental?
on
about
that.
everywhere
Listen,
else. It's
let me
toxic.
tell you what.
How is it that you
Yeah.
can listen? Dick
Specifically,
can only last
if it's
so
toxic.
fucking long. That's it.
It could be toxic.
Oh wait, time out. Do you guys agree with her? Does sex save a toxic relationship?
If it's good, yes.
For all that, have a friend with benefits, not deal with the toxicity.
Exactly.
But here's my
You're
thing.
stigmatized. You're not even worried about the emotions and the mental capacity. This fucker could be like, not have a job, but the sex is so great that get up all night to where you at. No, this is not healthy.
Half of Valentine does it.
Just because they do it doesn't mean you got to. No.
I'm just
Wendy has straight up 100 facts. I have to
No,
agree
I'm
with her.
sorry.
I love
If it's that good, I don't care. We can fight every day, but I'm not letting you go. I am not letting you go. We'll fight every day, but if it's that good, I am not letting you go. To go to somebody else?
I'm not gonna lie. I've been stigmatized and I've had great sex, but I knew not to get in a relationship. I was like, damn,
What
this
if
is
you're
not
on-
healthy, but goddamn it.
What if you're already in the relationship and you're invested?
Well, then clearly invested in what, in sex?
Well, together?
Then you need to sit down like, babe, we don't work well as a relationship, but we continue fucking until one of us decides to part
Exactly.
ways.
No, because I'll be like, guess what?
Get your shit together. And
You
then-
don't belong to nobody else but me. So we're going to stay in this toxic relationship. I'm going to call you Bobby and you can call me Whitney.
Certainly.
Exactly.
I'm trying to process how you think sex saves a toxic relationship.
If I'm
trying to process.
If I listen, if
wait,
I am
hold on.
with you, if
Yeah.
I'm already with you, and the relationship becomes toxic, but the sex is good, do you honestly think I'm gonna let you go to be with somebody else?
Maybe you're gonna find someone else with where the relationship is not toxic and the sex is just as good. But you
What
never
if you
know
find-
because you stuck in
okay.
this fucking unhealthy relationship.
What if you find the relationship that is so healthy and the sex sucks? Then you're now screwed.
Then you fucking teach them. They make toys. I mean, no.
You can't. Sometimes you just can't teach a person.
Then give me some of the
If
fucking
you're
roll and
not
get me off.
good, if you're not good at what you know how to do or what you should know how to do, there ain't no teaching.
Then you know what? There's oral sex. Get me off that way, and then we'll figure out the rest. Because honestly, I'm not trying to be like every
You see?
night.
It can keep you there for years. Exactly.
But that's not saving the relationship. That's just
No.
prolonging the
The
misery.
toxicity.
Yes.
Like, it will prolong the
So this is
toxicity.
basically from morning to evening. We wake up, we argue, and we fight because
Right.
we can't get along, and then at night we fucking and screwing our heads off, and bam, I'm pregnant now, and let's
Fucked up in the game.
Thank you.
Like,
And then we wake up talking about, you know what, this isn't healthy for us to raise an environment in the baby, and then we're still fucking,
Well,
and
you
we're both
already-
miserable.
You daddy and I'm mommy. So
This
we
bitch
in it.
toxic. Don't listen to her.
We in it. Cause I'll be damned if I let you go. I'm just
I feel
saying.
like I don't even pray, but I'm about to go home and pray for you.
Huh? Oh, there's ice.
Ice,
going.
you know.
For whoever was saying about my ice. Here, look.
I want some ice because I love ice. I don't know if you guys know that I munch on ice.
I munch
all
on
the
ice,
time.
but only certain ice. This is
I
not
like the
ice.
7-Eleven ice. Oh,
And
it's good
don't tell
ice.
me-
This is the refrigerator ice.
No, sex will not save a toxic relationship forever. It will prolong, but the toxicity will eventually affect the great sex.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
See?
Yes, it will die. It will fucking die.
I don't think
Exactly.
it'll die. It
Yes,
may,
it will
listen, it
die.
might get better.
It will die.
Like, bitch, I'll be like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
No, till you get hit and there's no sex involved.
It
You
will
waking up with
die.
a black and blue eye, And you be like, damn, we didn't even fucking fuck last night, and I got a black and blue. Like, the hell? No, that's not how it works.
Yo, it will die, Zanmi. It will cut, like, yo,
and some sex
really
eventually sex becomes emotional, especially after you've been with them for so long.
But what if you just don't want the emotional part of it
So then you
anymore?
just want it for the benefits.
That's it.
That's it.
Benefits.
You want a relationship.
Yeah.
A relationship entails having to do with your emotional state.
Wait, so let me ask you a question. What happens when his balls hang to his knees? Well, if it's still good sex and it's slapping where it should, then let them balls hang.
She's like, so basically he's doing it from the back and that ball.
Yep.
El diablo, Dios mío.
Wait, so are we like screwing like a 76-year-old? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, because we're gonna listen.
I need
It's
a
gonna
sugar
be
daddy.
so good. It's gonna be so good. The toxic relationship will stay together for him.
I mean, if
Yeah,
his
we'll
bank,
die together.
I mean, if his bank account look good, I can deal with the toxic
But let me
relationship.
tell you something. People like that craziness.
Yeah.
Some people
like
do.
that
Yes.
craziness.
You hear
Yeah.
that? You
People
hear
like
all the
that
time.
craziness.
I know.
Mental instability.
Let me
great sex.
stop. All jokes
I get
aside.
boring
Craziness.
sex.
Craziness matches
I
with
get boring
craziness.
sex.
I have to say, craziness goes with craziness.
I just put that out
Oh
there.
no, that's not like extended tea bag. It can prolong it till I'm old and don't care about sex no more. Then goodbye.
See, and then what happens? You wasted all your best years with him because he was like, "Dude, this be done
But
now."
wait a minute. But is it wasted if it was great sex? It's not wasted. It was a give and receive relationship.
Yeah,
That's
you did
hard,
emotionally and
though.
mentally, and then you get great sex. It sounds like
But
a
if the
horrible
dude-
handoff.
If
No,
the
like-
dude has sex to all he offers, that's a piece of shit ass dude. I don't give a fuck if his sex is good or not. If you cannot,
But now
if you
keep
a
in
bum
mind,
ass
if
nigga
that's
with
all
a
he has
sex,
to-
great sex, fuck no.
But now keep in
but-
mind, if
I'm
great sex is all
guys,
you
I'm
can
just
give.
playing. I'm just
That's
playing.
it.
I knew you was, cause I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't even sound right coming from your mouth. Like,
But-
He's over here sitting there like, bitch.
Like,
Bitch,
listen,
no, we out. I'ma smack you.
I had to give a different perspective of half of Allentown. They're in these relationships.
It's true.
That's
All
very
stigmatized.
toxic.
95% of Allentown is in a toxic sex relationship.
Exactly.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie. Being stigmatized happens
And if
and you
you
don't
are-
even notice.
I'm sorry, we're talking about you right now. If you are.
We're not sorry. We're fucking
not.
talking. Listen, open your ears, and heed our warning.
Take all the advice.
But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've been stigmatized. That sex just be great sometimes, but I wasn't in a relationship. It was friends with benefit because at some level I knew this shit wasn't fucking healthy.
yeah, like, you know, not to disrespect my husband or anything, because he knows that I'm very, you know, open with him, but my previous relationship before him, it was a toxic relationship. And guess what? I kept him as a friend with benefits because I moved him to the fuckboy category. That's what it was. And I did not, I moved them there to the category because he wasn't nigga material. How should I say it? It equals to wifey material. You know what I mean? So I moved them there till I found the person that fit me to be.
You can't stay in a relationship where the sex is great, but everything else that you're
Unless we're
getting,
only trying to procreate, then.
well, then it's great. If it's a toxic relationship, he's probably procreating with a lot of people as
And that's
well.
the other concern too.
That's the other concern. But from a woman or man's perspective, because you have toxic women
oh yeah.
a lot,
A lot.
and you have toxic men. But if that's all you're getting out of that relationship, you have to think about the better picture and think maybe I need somebody who's gonna care, love me, as well as give me
encourage,
great
emotionally,
sex.
mentally, yeah.
Right. It's
Everything.
not.
And that's the thing. After a while, that sex, you could start confusing it for emotional attachment. Because you're like, oh, they give me this affection. They give me this attention. Yeah, only during sex. But you can misconstrue it if you're not getting it from anywhere else. Where then you start getting this unhealthy attachment with your friend with benefit. And there goes a toxic relationship.
So-
because here you are developing feelings for him because he's giving you attention that you're not getting anywhere else. And he's fucking you. And A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And then you're like, why can't I have your time? And he's like, whoa, but you can have this dick though.
I'd be like, okay. I'm just kidding. I'm so kidding. As you see, I have to put it in a
I know.
different perspective
Devil's advocate.
because we can't just all agree on the same thing because there are women out there who will not let a man go because of what he can pleasure her with.
Yeah.
Because they're scared.
And this is why I'm a
To move on.
believer. You need to learn how to pleasure yourself. Because once you figure out how to please yourself, you're not going to wait for someone else to do it for you.
See, that's a big problem too, though. If you constantly do it and you learn yourself, you're never going to give the opportunity for somebody else
give someone
to.
else the opportunity.
They won't do it as well as you.
But that's when you guide them. Hey, move a little bit.
I ain't no fucking teacher.
You need to learn patience. Because if I'm trying to get off,
do I really have to be like left, right,
no,
middle,
you don't
harder,
need to do that.
softer? If I have to do that, that is so
you
stupid.
don't have to do that. But you can guide them. If you know you like it a certain way, even though what they're doing is pleasurable, but you know it'll be better somewhere else.
Hey.
You can be like, oh, how about trying? How's right here? Just subtle, but enough that it's not like, oh, wait, you're not doing it right. Just move it to the left. Like, just little hints. Like, guide of the hand, touch of the pressure. It's just like dancing. When the guy's dancing and leading you, it's the pressure. That's how you know you're going to turn and whatnot, right? It's the pressure that... Okay.
Okay, keep going.
Anyway.
She was like looking at her like, you got the swing?
That's how you teach. Like, that's how you guide. Like, even if you shift your body a little so that they don't... Like, all right, this is where I like it. Or, oh, just right there. Stay there. Don't move. It's so... be vocal about it. You ain't gotta be like, you're horrible at this. Hold on, just get the fuck off. I'm gonna get myself off. No, you don't have to do all that.
It's not the same no matter how good you can please yourself.
It's not the same, you're right. And I agree.
But there have been a lot of studies. There have been a lot of studies that women have been able to pleasure themselves to the point where a man cannot compare to what she can do.
Yeah, but
because we all know our own bodies.
So it's a little different though, whereas a man's hands might be a little bit more callous, rougher, bigger. Like, the touch is different as opposed to yourself. But if you know how to get yourself off, it's a whole lot easier for me to tell you, not know like, all right, when you go down, I need you to move to like a 45-degree angle and then stick your tongue out and move it at 1/10 of the speed. Like, you don't know do all that. You just
I just feel, oh my God.
No, like, you be like, can you go a little faster? Yeah, don't, right there. And that's it. But you need to know how to get yourself off, because if you can't get yourself off, you can't expect someone else to do it for you.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm still not letting him go. I'm not letting him go. I ain't letting you go. Not letting somebody else. No.
She's the type of like, wait, what? You're going to work dressed like that? Hold on, let me. I want to work with you today too.
You going where? With who? I don't think so. We're not talking? No, we don't have to talk. We'll meet in the bedroom. That's the most frustrating situation to be in. Coño, así no. Exactly. It's a tough situation to be in.
Is that a guy or girl?
That's a guy.
Okay. But when that happens, do you say something? Do you just let it go? Or you just like think of other things to like make time go by? Do you guide her? Do you switch positions?
Okay, so my question is, if it's a her, I know we're getting a little bit off topic.
We definitely are.
But if it's a her, do you tell her, oh, arch your back? Oh, can you swing your head?
No, this is what you do. You put pressure on her back so she knows to deep.
Go ahead. Keep going.
You put pressure at certain points so that they know. Because when you put pressure, you're going to go where that pressure is, because you're not going to go against it to hurt yourself. You're automatically going to incline.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm still not letting his toxic ass go. He's staying with me forever.
We'll be friends with benefits till I find someone else.
That's right.
That's all I gotta say. Because we ain't being in a relationship. I'm not killing myself over it. No way I'm waking up in the morning like, I hope he's not talking to another bitch. He's at work and he's dressed like that. God damn it, I'm not calling his job.
I don't care.
Oh, we ain't doing this shit.
Oh, you're going to the gym looking like that? Guess what? I want to exercise too. Let's go. Oh, do you want to, oh, you're going to work dressed like that? Oh, okay. Oh, you want to do your hair like that? Oh, I'm going with you too.
See, can't be me, because I'm like, oh, you gonna go dress? Well, I'm getting dressed up too. I'm like a gym.
If my husband gets dressed up, I'm getting dressed up, and I'm gonna look 10 times better than him.
You see?
Plain
Toxic.
When I'm on the beach, I'm 10 times better than my husband. Por la tanga y todo, por fuera, culo por fuera. Why? I'm gonna look better than him. That's it.
My butt does not go out because
I'm gonna look better than my husband, and he knows it because he wants his woman to look better than him. That's like your kids. gotta look better than you.
Yeah,
See? Toxic. He ain't letting you go.
That's true.
Y'all can argue, y'all can fight. He ain't letting you go.
I'm like,
Because
I
you
don't
went to
know.
that beach and
I know he
that
ain't letting me go. Two locos encendido.
Yeah, you gotta take your time to see what she. I don't have time. Anyway.
Bitch, if you went there for a year, you got time. Every night you do, every time you do it, you can learn something.
No, I don't.
All right, time out.
I got 30, 45 minutes. No, I'm gonna be like.
So hold on, time out. So let's reverse the role. What if you give him him head and he's just like,
But he's easy. He could be like, bang.
no, because not all guys are like that. Some of them want you to moan, some of them want you to gag, some of them want you to use your tongue, some of them want you to
Some don't care just
Some of
because
them
they're getting
want
it sucked either way. How about that one? You're getting it sucked either way.
Well, then the same could be said about women, right? Oh, they're licking me anyway, right?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, if you suck it, if you lick it, if you do it the right way, and it's so good, and we're not meant to be together, if you ain't with me, you ain't with nobody. We can, Bobby and Whitney, like I said
I
earlier.
mean, to each their own.
Bobby.
I like how you just back up. Okay, so.
Where's Bobby at?
Shit, maybe this is why I'm not married. Because I have ideals and crazy thoughts.
No, I'm just kidding. I just had to show what half of Allentown is.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't even know their thought process because I be wondering.
No,
sometimes.
we do, because I be on social media. I be like, yo, did she not just stab him and go to Lehigh Valley Hospital, stab him, and now she's still with him? That sex must be amazing.
Unless he's the one who holds all the financial money and then she's just like, I can't survive on my own. Because there are relationships like that.
At the end of the day, if the sex ain't good, you're not staying with him.
I
Because
don't
if
know,
the
if
sex
that-
is shitty,
if that bank account looks right, I might say, hey, we ain't gotta have sex. I might just cheat on
No,
you.
you
but
still
we ain't
have
gotta have sex.
body language and reaction to what she does as well. Yeah, but that is not this topic. We want to know. If the sex is good and you're in a toxic relationship, would you still stay there?
Nah.
Let's be honest.
We breaking up and becoming friends with benefits.
He's gonna be a friend with benefits.
So you if he's a friend with benefits, you might as well stay in a
No,
relationship.
I have like 5 friends with benefits.
So you nasty.
Just
I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying, that's like when you're dating. Do you just date one or do you date multiple?
I date multiple.
Okay,
If
so
I'm just dating, a girl's gotta eat Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I may cook Saturday. No, I'm not. I may cook Monday, Tuesday. No, I'm dating 7
So sometimes, in the heat of the moment, shit happens. No one say you having sex with all of them, but shit happens. And there's condoms. Just be protective. Like
I'm
all
sorry.
grown ass adults, don't be out here just fucking raw and shit and be like, damn, I'm knocked up. I don't know who the
You
baby
cannot
daddy
have a
is.
toxic relationship sex-wise with a guy. It's just not. I mean, people do it.
People do it.
You see relationships all day that are toxic.
Oh yeah,
All
and I
day.
can see your perspective of why you say that
And
because
they're
we
only
see it all the
sick.
time.
We
I
do.
know of
When
toxic
that dude is
relationships.
driving the car and dropping her off to work, and then he takes the car to go see his bitch just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8,
Yes.
and then comes back to pick her up
So-
and be like, babe, I don't know why I got hickeys on me. I got jumped at the supermarket. I've never experienced it. I've read it though.
But at the end of the day, we can say whatever we want to say. The truth of the matter is, if he's dicking you down good and the relationship isn't great, you're gonna stay.
See, I
Whether it takes 10 years or 15 years for you to break up, you're gonna stay.
I think this is my problem. I want too much from life. Like I'm like, I need a partner that's gonna be like, all right, we're going on vacation so we can explore some stuff, and like sex at home ain't gonna do it. I need more from life. I want someone to be like, hey,
See?
going hiking.
Thank you.
Hey.
If it's that good, I'm staying. There you go. If it's
But
good,
why? Why
Whether-
is it? Because why a female would only want
or a
sex
male.
guy?
This is a male. This is a male.
male?
He's saying if it's
Oh,
good,
hell
I'm staying. Because let me tell you what,
All right,
a
so
she
guy
can
likes to
cheat
be
on him a
slapped
million
sometimes.
times.
No,
Hold
she
on.
can do them
Yeah.
guys like it.
Would you marry her?
Would you
Even
marry
though
her?
the relationship is toxic, but the sex is great, would you propose to
I
her?
will. I'll think you're crazy if you would marry someone.
Sometimes guys like that. I don't care what you say. Sometimes a guy likes a little crazy girl.
Yeah, you're right. And there are
But
a lot of
that's
crazy
both
girls.
sides. We like a little crazy or aggressiveness or however you want to name it. But not to the point where we're wasting years in hopes of that you're going to change.
Listen, I'll stab you. I will stab the shit out of you. I will put you in the high valley and I will sit next to you and be like, yo, if you say it was me, I will fuck your shit up. And then he'll be like, no, I just fell on a kitchen knife by accident. You see? And then we go home, get the nasty on, and boom, next day we acting like it's nothing. Toxic, but it's great.
I feel like...
And I'm talking about half of the women that are in Allentown.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's true.
I don't know.
It's true because I see it all
I'm
the
just
time.
glad someone invented toys because shit. I don't think I can handle this mess.
Well, guys, we have came. We came? No, we have not came.
You wouldn't tell us something this I was like, damn. I knew this was an interesting conversation.
We have come to.
Do you have like the Lush Love toy, the Love It?
Yo, why do you have to?
Do you know what you got on?
No,
who's got the phone? Who's controlling her?
Now I'm blushing. There's nothing I need from a woman to be happy. I don't require anything from my partner other than what she wants to offer. But if she's good, that's good. Well, tonight's show has come to an end. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget about our sweepstakes. Don't forget to like, share, and tag 3 friends on our post. We do have a gift. You're gonna love it. We're not gonna say what it is because you just have to do it.
Fuck it. I'm kidding.
This is the show. Tune in every Friday